So sick of it, man. I'm just gonna do the cars on attunement then. Fuck all these people. We have to go all the way to... It's gonna take forever. Well, what do you got going on? Normal arc. I just flew away to go get my cars on attunement. Now they want me to do arc. Well, this is what I signed up for too. So I'm trying to think. I'm looking through the parse meters, and in the entire TK fight, the other mage, the amount of uptime for the buffs was I had about 41 or 42 arcane blasts with the spell damage buff versus the sextant on his end or whatever. He had it up to like 24, so like 50 something percent less uptime. It's 12% more damage, but 50% uptime. So in all reality, the sextant is, well, it's also, you can't control when it does or doesn't pop, but if you pop your cooldowns around it, then that helps, right? And that's only one fight though, so it's hard to tell. But basically, the benefit is, I think the sextant is better than the braid, the serpent braid, overall. Because what does it give you? An extra, altogether, if you use two, or I think if you use 3 mana gems, right? Altogether, it gives you like an extra 1,000 mana per fight. At what expense? Less damage, like way less uptime on the actual buff itself. So I just have to figure out what's best: the sextant and the Eye of Quag, or the sextant and then the icon, right? So I'm interested to see what it looks like though in a raid. If I can get both of the things to proc at the same time, if not just one or the other, and potentially see a situation where I do a whole shitload of damage with the thing. Go quick too though. That's not like something I'd say. It would be too direct. No, no, no. That's exactly what I would say to him. Like, no, I would correct. I'm like, that's this guy's saying exactly what I would have said. Because he said, "You're a healer," but he forgot to put a question mark. And he's like, "Yeah, no, I meant to ask." He's like, and goes into an explanation. I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done. I would have said the exact same thing. I'd be, oh, I'm sorry, I'm being too forward, right? Not telling you what to do. I'm asking. I forgot to put the question mark, right?" That's funny to see somebody else that does that. Everybody else is just like, all right, and then at the end they fucking hold their hand out. Well, you aren't gonna tip me for running you through an instance? Like, run you through? What do you mean, fucking idiots? All right, well, it's time for me to get my piece. Like, fuck you, fuck yourself. Right. Here's my PayPal. Right. Here's my fucking Venmo number. Like, what are you giving me your goddamn Venmo for? I owe you now? Like, isn't that, yeah, right. Let's establish that before we start instead of after the fact. That's how people are, though. Dealt with shysters like that in the past. Like, remember that time that I was like calculating all this fucking this piece of shit, dude? I swear, I came to me every day like, these are the numbers, these are the numbers. I'm like, yeah, I guess those are the numbers. And after the end, he goes, okay, now you owe me all of this. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. I don't know you shit. He's like, no, we agreed upon it and everything. I'm like, we did not agree upon it. You came to me with a fucking calculator in your hand, telling me what it is that you said that I made that day, and then acted, and that entitled you to a piece of it. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I've dealt with some shysters in the past, that's for sure. Type of person to do that type of shit too. Yeah, that was someone's attempt to blackmail and extort me. Uh, yeah, no fun being blackmailed, not successfully, rather. I'd say like attempts to. Um, yeah, sure shit did. Yep. And their solution was, well, whatever. Either way, they tried to. They didn't do it though. Not successfully. I guess at the point in time, like, well, they don't have to successfully extort you for it to be against the law, so they'll find out eventually. Like, just an attempt to extort somebody, right? I'm like, does it make it worse if they're successful? Then can I just feign success then, or whatever? I guess it should be against the law no matter what. I'm gonna pick up the cars on attunement. Then I can have a shadow priest, they say, and their other guild, I guess they just play so much WoW, dude. Well, 2 days a week is enough. I don't know if I want to have like another full-time raiding character. I used to, when I was younger, I would have been like, yeah, that sounds great. More WoW. Yeah, why wouldn't that be the best thing ever? You think WoW is fun, wait till you try playing it twice as much. Stands the reason. Is it really 50 more days? Right. Two people have tried to extort me in the past, both unsuccessful. Three, actually. They all work for the same guy. How strange is that? Wah, wah. That shit pretty good DPS. So I got my first purple the other day. Proud of myself. Got a purple. The purples used to be few and far between. For those who know. I remember the very first epic I ever got, dude. I still remember. I farmed like non-stop for like a month to get it. I had to craft the robes of the ogre magi or whatever the fuck they were. You had to farm the primal waters and stuff in Felmist. I farmed for like a month to get the fucking things. Epic BOE robes, BOP robes or whatever, craftables. And they were so good. Start the quest chain. Yeah, I decided against being my mom about it. Yep. I said, you know what, you guys, give everybody else all the gear. I don't even care. I don't even want that stuff. I was just pretending. I was just pretending to be upset. I'm upset about something else. I don't even want that stuff. No. Butt stuff. I'm here to redeem my butt stuff coupon. Shit, like, tell me about doing butt stuff. Careful about doing butt stuff. You know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're talking to? Butt stuff is my middle name. Butt stuff is my middle name. Just don't kick me. Yeah, I guess the perfect raid has 2 Shadow Priests or whatever, but I don't know if their guild appreciates having a second Shadow Priest as much as our guild, but I really want to play my mage. I think I got the thing figured out. So I'm like, right now I'm keeping up despite the fact, right? Despite the facts. And that being said, that should maintain my interest that it's, hate being gimped. Sure, this grind will be faster than the last one, though. Well, I gotta investigate the goddamn water ponds or whatever. Right? Got 2 of these. Underground rating. Rating? Oh. Well. Oh, and I was coming up with no, number dyslexia is funnier. Number dyslexia. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Well, it works with letters too, but. The thing is, like, describe letters of the alphabet. Obviously, everybody knows S is letter of a snake from Dr. Steve Brule. And ladder for A, the ladder-shaped letter. The ladder-shaped letter. I got a ladder, a snake, an electric eel. Where's the water that I need for this quest? I guess just keep on keeping on, I guess. Fucking, I'm here for a reason, dude. Whatever. Stick to my plan. Oh, here it is. I thought it was, but there we go. Where's the other one, though? Is it under the other? Helpful if I could see what the fuck was going on. Yeah, make it me a zoom inable. I guess get the fuck out of here and go to the other one. There's like a well somewhere, the catacombs or whatever. People were the other day selling cleared cars on runs for like 50 gold. Like, you have to invite me to your group and I walk into the instance. 50 gold? Are you fucking retarded? No, seriously, dude, is she retarded? Or you just hit first base with the retard? Like, hit first base with a retarded girl. How funny would that be? Yo, got the first base with a retarded girl. You bet you're proud of yourself getting a first base with a retarded girl. Just holding hands. You're just a holding hands stage, right? That's all she likes to do. She likes to hug and hold hands, yeah. First base. Getting to first base with a retarded girl. Yeah. You got to first base with a retard. Good for you. What was I even talking about? I just derailed myself with that comment. No, I think about it. First base is holding hands, right? Not like I've ever been on any of the bases. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, right. Oh, would you forget about me? Right. I didn't forget about you. He said we were gonna watch Rocky and Bullwinkle together. You said you loved me. You said we were gonna watch Rocky and Bullwinkle together. The first base, the retarded girl. I'm not wasting any time. I got this retarded girl I'm trying to woo. Wu-Tang Clan, yo. For those who know, know. Shit, it's like, come on now. Made really good chicken penne, how do you pronounce it, earlier. With, not for Alfredo, but tomato sauce and garlic and onions. I posted it for my Yeah, I posted it for my imaginary girlfriend earlier. She's probably busy watching Scooby Doo and eating, eating, what those goddamn Hot Wheels. God damn it. Micro Machines. She's busy eating Micro Machines. And that's a joke from well, sort of a joke from 30 Rock. Jokes are meant to be funny, and that wasn't funny, so. Oh well. They can't all be, you know. So I gotta find this like last thing here, underground well. It's like way at the end of this tunnel here. To kill my way there takes forever. I guess, do you need like Karazhan attunement to kill Nightbane, to get Serpent Shrine, to get to blah blah blah? You're like, all that shit requires you having to do all that shit, really? I guess it's this way, somewhere at the end of this tunnel. This is like the back rooms movie I just watched and want my $10 back. Not to say, like, I guess for people that like the kind of movie, but the thing is, like, it kind of sucks that it was like a pretty cool, like, open source, viral ARG kind of, you know what I mean, crowdsource thing people were doing, and then, not to say someone shouldn't be able to capitalize on it, but then a person comes along and kind of like hijacks the storyline and like puts characters and stuff in this. I would like to see someone else do them. I would like to see somebody else see what they could make the same movie, but not to say the same movie, but this, you know, backrooms thing with like what the reason is for it, a better explanation of what the, I don't want to give away the ending, but there wasn't much of an ending really, just kind of confused. $10 went missing, and I'm like, where did it go, dude? Do you think you'd remember? Yeah, so somebody else make it better, right now. Which it just might not be my type of scary movie. Um, but what sucks though is that like with Slender Man and all that stuff, I don't know if they ever made a Slender Man movie or not, but you think it was such a good kind of just creepy internet story that as soon as you start trying to like take the story and like put real life characters, like it kind of spoils it. You know what I mean? Well, some of those things are just best left what they are. But I'd like to see what somebody else's interpretations of the backrooms is. You know? Should have done this shit while I was leveling. In all reality, I guess I get gold for it now. crazy. I can't quit harping on how good of an idea stablecoins are, though. So I keep thinking about it. Like every time someone mentions it, I'm like, are people failing to see that part of it all? Like, you know what I mean? Like these guys is like my guild leader. Golly, talk about trouble. Anyway, like you couldn't do this on like a regular. You need cryptocurrency. Like for the first time ever, really. Like we couldn't do this without cryptocurrency kind of things. Like yeah, there's all these cool things you can do with it, but in reality, there's always like a market solution where you would say, well, just like a centralized ledger and keeping track of transactions in a centralized, basically, transaction approval process. Like, yeah, like there, as far as like, from what I can gather, is that I have the like Bitcoin as an instance or an example of a time where cryptocurrency, its inception, was the only solution, if not, and not to mention the only solution, but also the best solution for a payment platform, right? Virtual currency and all that stuff, right? Um, it was done in such a way that the industry, you know, the regular just bankers and stuff, something that improved upon their model and made it better, right? So that was like the first instance or example that I have of something where uh, technology, all the technology in the world, all the investments and all the fucking whatever, couldn't produce something that was better than a crypto project, right? Uh, Now with Solana, and I'm not saying Solana specifically, but I mean, well, actually, yeah, kind of I am though, because transaction speeds and everything else, uptime now has been fucking what, like 900 days or so. Uh, Visa's payment network, you know, I don't know how it's structured. I wish I knew more about it, but cannot compete with Solana's, right? And the fact that the computer dollar doesn't exist yet necessarily. You know, you have to go to like a third party, and you have to like purchase tokens or credits that are swappable or redeemable on other platforms. And there's probably standardization issues where not competitors can't accept rivals, blah blah blah, or whatever tokens, this that and the other thing. But there's no like, I want to go to Visa and I want you to give me, it's all cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? Is there a Visa dollar? You know what I mean, for stable coins that I'm not aware of or something? I mean, there might be, but either way, it's still a crypto solution. So the whole stablecoin thing is one other instance where all the technology and all the investment corporations and tech companies and payment platforms in the world couldn't come up with couldn't come up with something better than what crypto provided, right? Now the only other instance I have of that now is Leah. I really do. You know what I mean? You might like say like, oh well, yeah, this guy really cares about this fucking coin. We get it. We should shut the fuck up about it. Like, we are in a state of stasis for the last 7 months or so, right? Project has had to cease operations temporarily due to lack of funding, right? And the main stake product, the Chat with Leah feature, the fully functional multimodal AI with vision analysis, screen, and everything, like, there's still, I can't go to a website that I'm aware of and pay to have that feature or to have that to use that product, right? So those are the three instances that I can come up with, and I'm not necessarily the most informed person about all of this stuff, but those are the three instances that I can come up with where I've seen crypto provide a solution that the open market, the traditional tech sector, whatever, couldn't come up with something better. And that's just it, plain and simple. You know, there might be more examples if I knew everything, but I don't. So those are the three that I have. So I'm always excited about if a crypto company or a crypto anything can provide something that's better than what a tech company is able to provide, then that's something to pay attention to. Same with stable coins on any chain or whatever, but specifically the, you know, because you can get stable coins wherever, but for transaction speed, uptime, already integrated into the right network that's most available to be utilized for agentic workflows and all that shit. Yeah, so crypto has, that I'm aware of, come up with one for yourself if you can find more examples. I'm interested, you know. Has only, like, in my mind, about 3 real examples of projects that have well, you know, and double zero might be the case for another one too, to be honest. You know that, now that I think about it. But there's few and far between. So I'm God knows I'm super excited about some of these things, right? And but yeah, their solution, right? The solution here, yeah, it's so few and far between for a crypto company or a crypto project to offer a technical solution that surpasses or is better than what the industry standard has to offer. You know, that's just something to pay attention to if you can. Where I've got the on the outskirts of Dalaran. Can I get a port? No. My fucking hearth is like. I have to. It'll take me forever to get around here. You know, when someone says, "Well, couldn't you just have that? Couldn't you just do that with a Visa card?" You're like, that would require you to go to a website, use a third-party payment platform, pay and buy a virtual currency that they issue freely as much as they want. You know what I mean? And then I guess they hold your dollar in escrow while your token is being utilized in a network, right? And I guess from what I can gather, they don't have this solution because crypto has done such a good job at providing the solution. It's like, why would you try to compete? Well, I guess they try to eventually, but the thing I see not that long ago is OpenAI and Visa's partnership to try and come up with like an agentic payment platform because, you know, they anticipate a high volume of agent to agent interaction that requires a real world asset uh, backed virtual currency in some way, shape, or form, right? And stable coins have been doing it for years now, you know, so the amount of staked real world assets in the form of stable coins on any of these blockchains is already such a high number. You know what I mean? Because you have to be able to prove in like a chain of custody, like treasury notes and stuff for each dollar that you have um, issued on as a stable coin. You have to be able to, you know, make the thing redeemable at any point in time, you know, if done correctly. Some do it some do it different than others. But with that being said, though, like, and not to mention uptime and speed and everything else, you would think that yeah. And I know I've seen like people try to give their multimodal AI avatars and all that stuff. And they just certain level of, oh, how cool, you know, screen analysis, cursor, mouse manipulation, and all that stuff. But they look like shit more often than not, or they just, you can tell they're in their infancy still, right? Doesn't mean they aren't a good idea. It's just Leah is the most comprehensive thing that I've seen for that kind of thing, with the highest level of quality. And you think that's the type of benchmark at some point in time. You have to, when they talk about benchmarking things that are purely mathematical, like how many calculations per minute or how many tokens or whatever, you know, or speed and accuracy and cost and all that stuff. But like with the video agent benchmark, you've got a lot of like, well, how many frames per second, response time, you know, pretty interesting things that are going to be new, um, that haven't been necessarily benchmarked quite to the same degree. You know what I mean? Sure, response time and all that stuff has in the past, but frames per second, you know, you can imagine at some point in time where they'll tout all these numbers and like, here's our benchmark, response time, latency, the associated token count for the model that it's using, you know, context window, all this other stuff, like how well can you actually use the thing. Frame rate is another, but we have yet to get there yet because we've been on hiatus. Yeah. It'll get better eventually. don't know what the Clarity Act provides as far as projects like Leah, but I don't know. We gotta get the quest from the guy in Dalaran. I never can remember though. Is it like Stone Talon? It's like Alterac Highlands or whatever. Ashen Vale. Western Hillsborough, Eastern Kingdoms, it says. So we'll go to Ironforge and fly up north, I think. Yeah, there it is. Hate to say it, man. I was having so much fun leveling that now that I'm level 70 and it's a gear grind, I'm like, I won't say I'm losing interest, but like I just did all this on my mage not that long ago. You know, I just logged. This shit seems like I'm not looking forward to doing all these quests. Let's finish this part of it and I'll log on later. I'm really looking forward to trying to do some DPS on my On my mage, we did all the content last night. Now I have to wait till next Thursday. Try to find a Karzan or something. Hope somebody's altar doing on mine. I'll probably get made fun of. Alright, now. I think we're gonna go up here. Yeah. I don't know, I could be wrong about that though. Could be. Thing is, so people will say like, well, it has to use all these APIs and do all like. How many times have I said like, well, I guess try to do it all without electricity or computers then, right? It's like, of course you have to use some of these things, to, but to prove a concept or prove a point, then prove it's possible, and then eventually you can, because the thing is like you expect everybody to fully recreate all of their own versions of every type of AI that they need to use to make something, or use the tools that they have at their disposal, and then do all that shit later, because um, you aren't going to have that much time to do it, and it's expensive as shit. Proof of concept first, right? Might watch another movie. I was just like, I guess, man, I just might not be in the mood for a movie either. But you'd hate to see a good viral trend get wasted on a story or a movie that wasn't very good. Because it could have probably been super awesome. But yes, I don't have a Hearthstone. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. Good God, it's gonna take forever. I have to get all the way to Terracar? Shit, dude. No wonder being a mage is so awesome. Fuck all this. Fuck this. I'm gonna run all the way from here. I don't even know where the nearest instance is to try and ghetto Hearth if you even can do it. I already drank 2 liters or more of water today, so. I was like watching that guy. He's got that news station on YouTube, and he streams the news like 20 hours a day. He's my favorite guy to watch. Iron Forge. Gotta go all the way to the goddamn blasted lands, dude. Are you fucking serious? What a nightmare. I should have just gone to. Well, here. If you log out, you dropped off. Well, then you gotta find a goddamn port. You might not be able to find one. God damn it. Whatever. The fucking waiting room simulator. Anyway, I'll be right back. Made a bit more spaghetti. So good. Oh man. Yeah. Now there's a flight path here. This is the first ever World of Warcraft expansion. There's like a dozen of them now. Yeah, we're probably gonna turn this in and get to the part and stop and play later. Try and watch a movie. dragging ass today. Alright, now. Got a quest to turn in. Most of the fun part. Do I have to go all the way back to goddamn, whatchamacallit? I hope not. Khadgar. Shadow Labyrinth and retrieve the first. Alright, now I can find a group for that though. I can do that. Find quests. I'm just bored of doing quests right at the moment. Oh, that one you know how to tank, do you? Oh. Really need just the Shadow Lab part. Ugh. One you can tank? Yeah, my best friend in the world, Kyle, he got like a whole bunch of loot yesterday too. Well, I say that like I did, like in spirit. No, like I wanted to, right? Yeah, I don't know what the deal was there. I know it's left up to a vote, but like I'm kind of just like, what the fuck are these people looking at? Because now the mage that joined the guild like 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. Granted, he joined from like another guild where I guess he was recruited from whatever, but like got prioed like all of the gear that dropped. Period. Which, trust me, he deserves it, but he also deserves to be eaten by fucking wolverines. So yeah, I'm not upset with the guy. I'm just curious what they're talking to. Where the fucking thinking caps? Can we get some thinking caps to drop? Right? Can we get some thinking caps to drop? Be the ultimate helpful.